Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host John, and today we talk about The Eternals 2. No, I'm just kidding. Talk about The Incredible Hulk 2. Not even that. Talk about Captain America Brave New World. So we're a bit late to this, but came out and we heard I heard not so good things, so I was like, you know what, I'll save my pennies for another movie, which I did, and it's Sinners, and it's pretty sick. Anyway, but yeah, before we get into the plot, is it useless to ask if you were excited for this or cautiously excited?
Not gonna lie though, I'm very excited for Thunderbolts.
I am too, but that's not this video. We're talking about Brave New World. Anyway, this stars Anthony Mackie as the titular character. It's finally his time to shine on the big screen. If you haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, this is your first time seeing him as Captain America. This is also the first time Harrison Ford has ever been in a comic book movie, and for him being in this movie alone, I might give extra points for that because he's one of the characters that I like in this movie. I don't know about you.
There was like a more of a character development for Thunderbolt Ross here.
That's why I say this is like a sequel to Incredible Hulk. I'm not even sure if this is a Captain America movie, strictly speaking, you know? Because unfortunately Sam, for me, is like a big thing between The Eternals 2 and Incredible Hulk 2, where I'm like, could have sworn the title was Captain America Brave New World, not Eternals 2 or Incredible Hulk 2.
Yeah.
But what's the plot? The plot is nations have discovered a brand new metal called adamantium, and I was like, holy fuck.
Wolverine.
And not just that, I was like, they're finally doing something about the fucking Eternals sticking out in the ocean after 4 years of them being like, what are you talking about? I don't see shit. You're like, what do you mean? Sticking out of the ocean like a short thumb, Marvel. But yeah, that gets me excited. At the same time, I'm like, cool, what does Captain America have to do with this? Beats me.
I don't know either. I feel like instead of of course I don't want them to copy the Russo brothers and the whole Captain America Winter Soldier, but it does seem like this is not Sam's problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't it just feels like another day in the job of Captain America, which is not bad. But at the same time, you're just like, okay, there's nothing internally there's no internal conflict within Sam.
Yeah.
Besides him feeling like he's not noble, he's not worthy of the shield or of the title. But we've already got that from
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So you're like, what's the point of this movie again? It's not like Cap is facing an early version of Doctor Doom. It's not that. It's just him being pulled by these plots where does Captain America even have to be in this one? You know? But before we go on to the plot, Anthony Mackie as Cap, it does shine. He is great as Cap. I do like him as Cap.
I have to agree. Okay, look, I know you say that there are some people who dislike this movie or has different opinion about it, but Anthony Mackie as Captain America was a highlight for me. He took on the role really well.
Yeah.
At one point, I believe that. I was like, oh, this is Cap.
Yeah. He embodies Cap well. The scene when he was fighting the big guy, he just breaks his arm, and he's like, I thought so. And you're like, oh, yeah, you're Cap, man. I believe you.
Yeah. And the thing is, he has no super soldier serum.
Yeah, that raises the stakes. I feel like if this is some international some version of the Fugitive, but with Cap, I feel like him not having the serum and him having to be on the run that Cap usually is would be an entertaining movie enough. Shield for some reason is hunting him down, or nations are hunting him down, and Cap has to prove once again that he is worthy of stepping in Steve Rogers' boots. But no, this movie decides to go other directions, which confuses me. I don't know, wasting Giancarlo Esposito as some. I'm like, really, Marvel? He can't be Norman Osborn, can't be Doctor Doom. He can't be Magneto. He has to be this. What's this character's name? What? Sidewinder. I'm like, who the fuck is Sidewinder? I don't know who he is, guys.
He's a transformer, for all I know. But like, but like, yeah, it's such a shame. Yeah, that's a weird thing that I kind of noticed in this movie is that there was too many villains.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't focus on one.
Yeah. There's.
I really thought it was like Giancarlo Esposito is the main villain. I was like, oh nope, Thunderbolt Ross is the main villain. I was like, okay, no, the brain guy is the.
Oh, the leader. Yeah.
Huh?
The leader, the guy with the fucked up head. You're like, oh, fucking finally, after 17 years. Thank you, but at the same time, I don't need this in a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
Don't understand why this couldn't be in She-Hulk season 2, because he is a Hulk villain. Anyway, like, I also hate the fact that they push aside the Isaiah Bradley story where he becomes this brainwashed assassin, and Sam, for some reason,
that would have been great.
Yeah.
That plot alone would have been great. Where I'm like, yo, they Winter Soldiered him.
Exactly.
And he has, and like, oh, it's either he has to hunt him down, which for sure it's gonna be rough on Sam, because he represents, like an entire culture that was already discarded.
Yeah.
And now they're putting a bad light on his name, and I'm just like, that would have been great. I get it that it might have been the same plot as Winter Soldier, but like, come on.
I was about to say, I don't know why Sam acts like this is all new to him. Like, you're facing a brainwashed assassin that's like under control. It sounds familiar. It sounds like your debut movie, Sam. So I don't understand this. I do love Harrison Ford in this movie, just to see the novelty of him being like, I want you to assemble the Avengers. You're like, all right, Harrison Ford field. Even though he does feel like his old cranky self. Like, the man is like pushing what, 90, and he's still doing these action scenes. I'm like, I wish I could be this active when I'm 90, pushing 90.
Dude, I will say Harrison Ford had a lot of acting chops in this movie. Like, he wasn't phoning it in.
Yeah.
Like, they utilized him more here than they did as Han Solo in Force Awakens.
Yeah, I was about to say, they utilized Thunderbolt Ross here than they ever did in this time.
In the MCU.
Yeah, exactly. I do love the scene when they were like, Japan and the other nations are struggling. What should we do? And he's like, if there's any winner, it should be us, because we are the number one country. Make the call.
Oh,
like,
there's
right.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
But I love it the entire time he's like trying to change.
Yeah.
Okay, say what you will, but I do like that the whole plot of his is that he's trying to prove to everybody that he's not the Hulk Hunter anymore.
Yeah. Like, he's a new man.
He's trying to, but yeah, like he does fail at the end.
Yeah.
For everybody but Betty, because he kind of like was able to talk to her. Was Betty CGI?
Huh? Like the age? I couldn't tell.
No, not the age. Like the actress.
Like Tarkin in Rogue One? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Like, because I was looking at her. Like, if they got the actress from Lord of the Rings to play Betty again, they would have shown like a close up, but they kind of hid her behind the bars.
Huh? I need to rewatch
like
the movie
in the dark
again.
area. I was like really trying to look. I was like, is that the same actress?
I need to rewatch this movie.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I will do. Also, I do love the chemistry between Anthony Mackie and Danny Ramirez, the new Falcon. Like, I do like how impulsive this guy is for action, and like I can't wait to see him in other projects. But like I'm just like I wish you weren't part of this fucking side quest for Marvel to fix Eternals and the Incredible Hulk to bring us closer.
You are so right.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, it is a fucking side quest.
Yeah.
This entire movie was a side quest, but it's like, well, okay, not necessarily like Assassin's Creed side quest, but more of a cyberpunk side quest where there's meat and like story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right. But it doesn't seem like it's part of any grand scheme of things. Like it.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't lead to something bigger. But I guess yeah, they got stuff that they gotta do with the leader.
Yeah, they're like, we can finally close. And this feels like a vehicle to like close out loopholes 15 years in the making. Like, we finally get to see the leader with his head. We finally get closure with Thunderbolt Ross. We finally get closure with the fucking island sticking out in the ocean. And you're like, what does Captain America have to do with this? I don't know, man. I
was
forgot.
there.
Exactly.
It was there. But again, it was acted very well though. Like the whole time, I'm like, I believe that Sam is
Yeah.
the next Captain America, or is the Captain America.
Yeah.
And I love that little cameo from Bucky. Even says "Love you, buddy." And I'm like, damn.
Yeah. The guy is running for Congress, which makes me question common sense in the MCU in terms of the mass public voting for the Winter Soldier as a congressman. You're like, if I was voting, I'd be like, wasn't he an assassin at one point?
Yeah. Like, okay, without any context to any of the Marvel movies, I do agree with you. I've been like, didn't he kill like a lot of public figures?
Then Shield leaked documents that said the Winter Soldier is responsible for not only the deaths of a lot of agents, but the deaths of Howard and Maria Stark. We're voting for him after Tony died.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit tone deaf, guys?
Yeah, and like, say what you will, like, yes, he's rehabilitated, but with a track record like that, I don't think anyone in politics would ever touch like that.
Right?
Ever.
Forget the track record. His fucking kill sheet. You're like, yeah, I'm not voting for that.
He doesn't have a track record or a resume. He has a kill streak.
Yeah,
The man's
Hydra's
been assassinating people for 70 years.
exactly. Anyway, getting to whatever little plot there is to get into this movie, you find out that Ross has been using the leader to like manipulate the world. At the same time, he needs the leader to give him pills for his heart because he is dying.
Yeah.
And you see, I wish the trailers never showed a glimpse of the Red Hulk because that would have been a
Yeah.
surprise. Like just seeing Ross get angry, I'd be like, would have been enough for me to be like, I think he's
Like, well,
Red Hulk.
are we getting there?
Right?
Yeah, dude. I think everybody would have lost it if like, you just saw like Thunderbolt Ross turn into the Red Hulk
Yeah.
without seeing it in the trailer.
Yeah.
By the way, I was so confused because he was talking to Betty and he was like, "Hey, let's like I've changed. Like, let's take a walk at like the cherry blossoms like we used to when you were a kid."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, a little trip to Japan? Nah, just Washington D.C." And I was like, "You got cherry blossoms there?"
Oh yeah, they
Since
do.
when?
I think it was a gift from Japan after World War II, or I think it's pre-World War
Was
II
it?
Japan. I need to do research. We need to do research on that. Comments,
Okay.
correct us if we're wrong. But yeah,
Never been to D.C. Sorry.
never
Uh,
to DC as well. But yeah, I'm kind of conflicted with the big action scene with the Sentinel, the Celestial, and the Ocean. Where I'm like, it's cool that it's a big action scene. It's cool that Sam is surfing on a missile, but at the same time, I'm like, what is the grand scheme of this? Aside from stopping Japan from starting another war? You're like, huh?
yeah. Well,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, World War II happened in that universe too, man.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah. So, yeah, I agree too. It was just like I was like, oh, okay. It's just them stopping. Like, you know, what this feels like? It feels like the Black Panther movie.
How so?
It doesn't feel complete. Like there's just too many things going on
Yeah,
that felt like the conclusion.
yeah,
That I'm just like, what? Yeah, so like, yeah, they stopped the war. Like they stopped the rogue American planes from bombing Japanese fleets,
yeah.
and that was pretty great. I love this entire scene too. It was done very well, and I was at the edge of my seat. It was just placed in a weird area of the movie.
Yeah.
No,
It feels like an afterthought. We're like, oh shit, we are missing a big action scene. And they're like, but we have the Red Hulk stuff. We need one more to tie in the Eternals and Incredible Hulk. Why?
right. So there was like this whole 30 minutes. Like when I saw the end of like the jet scene. Excuse me. there was like I saw 30 more minutes. So it felt like they shoehorned in the Hulk scene, which was still a great scene,
Yeah.
in my opinion. By the way, there is a character here that yes, we are not mentioning for reasons.
Oh yeah. I saw
Yeah, so
articles. I was like, I'm not touching that in this review. I don't think we ever will. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just mentioning it. No, we did not forget about this character. We're just not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
To Red Hulk, you know when I saw Harrison Ford transform to the Red Hulk, I was like, finally, after so long, there's some great CGI in the MCU again.
I was like, oh, Thunderbolt Ross as Hulk was fucking great.
Yeah.
None of this, like, Banner and Hulk merged together shit.
Right?
Like, we're finally seeing, like, full-on pure rage and just, like, him tossing a helicopter at, like, another helicopter. I was like, yes. More of this, please.
Like, Sam's wings are made out of vibranium, but like Hulk punches him at one point and he just pinballs him across 3 cars. I'm like, for vibranium or not, I'm sure he broke some bones on the way there, man.
Yeah, I do love it that Sam breaks bones. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't take the serum to be Captain America. I just love, like, how they utilize the wings.
Yeah.
That, yeah, it's another piece of, like, yeah, because he is not Captain America. He doesn't have the super serum.
Yeah.
So if he gets punched, even with the shield, the man's gonna turn into spaghetti.
Right?
So him still having the wings, I still love. And they use like vibranium to
Yeah.
make sure it doesn't fucking break.
I love him being like, Bucky's full of shit. I should have taken the fucking serum. What a piece of shit. Like before he has this whole calm down speech. Like I do like this fight start to finish. I think it is worth the price of watching this movie via streaming or if it's still out in theaters. But like the rest of the movie, I'm like, I am confused of what the grand scheme of this is. He could replace Captain America with Hawkeye, and I'm pretty sure, minus the race stakes, pretty sure it's the same movie. You know, if this was Hawkeye's adventure, I'm like, all right, go Hawkeye. I hope you win.
Yeah. Yeah, it still would have made sense. It didn't seem personal to Captain America, which is such a shame because I do want to see Sam as Captain America more often.
Yeah, the only thing that seemed personal to Cap was the Isaiah Bradley thing, and then they just push it aside for again Eternals 2 and Incredible Hulk 2. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I'm here for Cap. What the fuck is this shit, man? Like, it feels like this movie has one job, and that's to like cut all loose ends for the MCU. And I'm like, that's great, man, but couldn't you do that in some other throwaway movie? Like, I don't know, the Blade movie that you'll never make now.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, like the final fight was actually really great.
Yeah.
Like the entire like soccer entries got fucking decimated, but dude, when I saw Sam just like plunge that wing into the side of Red Hulk and it blew up, I was like expecting Thunderbolt Ross to be cut in half.
Right? I'm like, I guess this is.
Oh.
Oh, you're back? Am I back for you?
Yeah, you're back.
I was like, I guess this is Harrison Ford's only MCU movie. Shit. Such a shame if that was the case.
Thankfully, he's fine.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, was there after credit scenes? I cannot remember.
Yes, there was.
What was it?
Yeah, so it's dude, it felt phoned in. It was a little bit of a weird sequence where it was a weird scene. Sorry, where Sam goes back to the raft. Not on the same day, by the way, when he visited Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he doesn't have the cast anymore. He's all fine and dandy. But he goes and visits the leader. And the leader's like, oh, there's something much more bigger than you. Wait until the others come.
Oh,
and
like,
oh.
Like the other universes? I assume he means the other universes.
Yep.
Setting up
Yep.
Avengers next year. That's the only tie-in to Avengers where this movie has no focus. You're like, I could have sworn this was Cap 4, not Eternals 2, not Incredible Hulk 2. But, you know, I must be wrong then. But yeah, again, it's just the fact that you waste fucking Giancarlo Esposito and some throwaway characters. Like, are you fucking serious? apparently, this is a result of the reshoots they did for this movie, because the original actor for Sidewinder wasn't even Giancarlo Esposito. It was, this is a rumor, but it was supposed to be Seth Rollins, who is a WWE superstar, but because of the reshoots, they couldn't bring him back. So apparently, they got Giancarlo Esposito. That's the rumors, but to get him to be an throwaway character, I was like, I kind of believe the rumors. If you got such a heavy hitting actor and you just wasted him like that, Jesus Christ, Marvel! Not since, I forget what actor was wasted in Marvel. Not since Taskmaster have I seen such wasted potential.
I feel like Taskmaster might redeem herself.
I mean, yeah, but again, we might be spoiled because she's the only one not coming back for Avengers Doomsday. So, we might be spoiled with that. You're right.
Ryan. Don't tell me she's gonna get like what's his name from Suicide Squad that immediately died.
Oh yeah, the guy would like
the ropes.
yeah. God, I hope not. I hope she gets a more dignified end than whoever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would you rate Brave New World?
I'd rate Brave New World a 6.5. It seems a bit wrong. Okay, yeah, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Because it felt lost. It felt like, as you said, a side quest, and like it seemed like they tried to finish 2 movies in one.
Yeah.
With a completely different character story. You know, like this character has nothing to do with any of these stories. But he's sadly sandwiched in between. And I do love to see Anthony Mackie take up the role of Captain America. He did such a great job. Every time he was in the scene, yeah, like in a scene where I'm just like, oh, that is Cap. You know, like, and they even explain why he could like take daggers to the chest, because his clothes are made out of like Kevlar now.
Yeah.
Like a regular T-shirt has Kevlar in it just to make sure he doesn't fucking die.
Exactly. Took a fucking hatchet to the gut. I'm like, how are you? Oh, Kevlar. Okay, that makes sense. Sure.
I love his like the fight scenes that he's in.
Yeah.
He does a really good job filling in for like Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has the whole added wings, like the Falcon wings, it just brings a little bit more of a like a refreshing take on like the Cap Shield combat like dynamic.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Ross, Harrison Ford did a fucking amazing job playing his character. I want to see more of the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
But they kind of send him off already though.
Yeah.
They kind of like gave him closure. I don't think we're ever gonna see the Red Hulk again.
I mean, unless he's in the next call sheet for Avengers Doomsday, or I'd be surprised if he's not in Thunderbolts, because it is his name, for fuck's sake. So yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. I don't know how Bucky's gonna go through Thunderbolts knowing that he is a governor. I was like, bro, don't you have like other responsibilities?
Don't you have governor stuff to do, man? Like, he's full on Winter Soldier in this movie. I'm like, how are you a governor and doing this shit again?
Right, so I'm just like, wait a minute. It's kind of like a governor who's still in SEAL Team 6.
Right?
You know?
Like, where's the governor gone? He's in a covert operation. But isn't he supposed to take care of us? Man.
Yeah, but our piping's all off.
Exactly.
But anyway. Yeah, so it's a 6.5 out of 10. It did feel like a side quest. It did feel like they were trying to conclude 2 movies in one. And yeah, but the dialogue was great, in my opinion. Like the back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna bump it up to a 7. All right, I'm gonna bump it up to a 7. I do like this movie a tad bit.
Okay.
Because there was a point where it didn't feel like a Marvel movie.
Yeah. I will give it a 5. I do agree the dialogue scenes and the scenes where it remembered that it was a Captain America movie, and it was actually like Anthony Mackie's first Cap movie. I was like, these scenes are great. The rest of it, where it's again a sequel to Eternals and a follow-up to The Incredible Hulk, I'm like, I am watching the wrong movie. I don't think Cap should be here. I think in another universe, I think the story of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have made an excellent movie. Them fighting John Walker's Cap. I'd be like, that'd be pretty sick to see on the big screen. But no, we get this side story, which is alright in my book. Like, it's like the only true standouts are Danny Ramirez as Falcon, Anthony Mackie as Cap, and Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Like, even for Isaiah Bradley is forgettable. Giancarlo Esposito is forgettable. The agent, whose actress we will not talk about for a long time or ever, is also forgettable. And it's a shame because I'm like, I feel like if you just stuck with Isaiah Bradley's story of him being another Winter Soldier and them trying to solve this problem, with maybe the backing of Thunderbolt Ross, would have been a better story. But we just get unwanted sequels that are a bit too late because I'm like, it's kind of too late to get a sequel to Eternals. That should have come out 2 years ago. Same with definitely with the Incredible Hulk, where I'm like, how do we not have Incredible Hulk 2 within the 15 years that we've waited, or it's come out? But yeah, unfortunately, Marvel's big return starts with the so hopefully Thunderbolts does better. I hear good things. I hope I'm not giving myself false hope, but I hear good things about Thunderbolts. So hopefully, we'll see what happens there. And like, I hope Anthony Mackie has a better time in Avengers Doomsday than he does here. I hope he is part of the main cast and he's treated with proper character development. Same with the rest of the crew. But yeah, I can't wait to see. I definitely can't wait to see Anthony Mackie in other future Marvel projects. Same with Danny Ramirez. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Danny Ramirez is in the latest season of The Last of Us. Don't know.
Oh yeah, he's playing that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if have you seen episode 2 yet?
I've seen the game.
Anyway, but yeah,
I'll watch.
Going to the audience and going back to Marvel, which cast member of Avengers Doomsday are you most excited to see? Mine two are Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you? Any other answer?
I just want to see Pedro Pascal do his thing nowadays.
Yeah. I think the reason why I hope it's good is that we're finally getting the dreams of having the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and whatever's left of the Avengers finally crossover. Like, we waited like 20 years at this point, 26 years when it comes out. So I'm like, I hope it's good for that reason alone, because if you fuck it up, I don't think I'll ever watch an MCU movie ever again. But yeah, another question is, who do you hope to see in Avengers Doomsday that they haven't announced yet?
Any X-Men.
Any other X-Men?
Yes. Yeah, any other X-Men. Like, I would like to see, Wolverine. Like, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Or, like, after Doomsday, like, his movie's coming up. Or, again, just any X-Men movie.
I wonder if the street level heroes will get their time to shine, like Hawkeye, Punisher, or Daredevil, since Daredevil and Punisher already had their season wrap up.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to see Daredevil in Doomsday as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Will be like, I would like to see Punisher have the discussion with Cap when Cap's like, or like any Avengers where they're like, we're above killing, and Punisher's like, but I'm not. What are you gonna do about that? Sure.
Your first suit had 2 machine guns on it. What are you talking about, Falcon?
Exactly. Anyway, that's been our video for Brave New World. What's your favorite MCU movie leading up to Avengers Doomsday? Whether it's I can't think of any good ones. Shang-Chi, Eternals. Damn, has the MCU been lacking?
And you've had, not gonna lie, you've had 3 fucking questions for the audience already.
I don't know. I'm just filling up the time. Anyway, but yeah, that's my video for Brave New World. If you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. Individually, I'm Zoda's Voices on TikTok and Answolf on Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
You can find me at JomJoM_. On Instagram, it is my account. He's kept me here for a long time.
Yes. To be fair, we've had a break, so hush. I'm kidding.
Hush you.
Exactly. Anyway, until the next video, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.